And then for those of on Facebook, you can join us because I'm going to be sharing, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be sharing a lot of things on screen. And I'm going to be doing live demo on how to buy US stocks from any remote location in Africa or anywhere in the world. I have a revolutionary idea that technology and the financial markets have democratized financial freedom. Somebody needs to type it in the comment section. Technology and the financial markets have democratized financial freedom for any one of 8 billion of us on the planet. There's absolutely no more excuse. You see, I was in a village just a few days ago, a farm village, remote village. It's so remote, those guys do not have roads. They still trek, like the guy's mother. The guy I went to see there is my farm manager. And they trek. I saw the mother today in our farm, and then they trek from their place, from that village I went to my farm. That trek takes 1.5 hours. That's just to give you the idea. They still have forests that have not been touched. Very, very remote location. But I was able to access that place because I have a truck. I have a truck, a really very powerful diesel truck. So it goes into the forest. Now, the point I'm bringing that up is that in that village, to my greatest surprise, I had connection on my phone. There was internet on my phone right there. And those guys have smartphone in that village. They use solar panels to charge their phones. So financial freedom has been democratized. And again, the financial markets, together with financial freedom, so financial markets together with technology have made the markets accessible. So the only limitation right now is a limitation of knowledge. Because they will continue to live in that village that like they've always lived 100, 200 years ago if they do not update their knowledge. Understanding this technology and then understanding the financial markets. Those are two skills that you need to build because some of you understand the technology, many of you understand the technology, but you don't understand the financial markets. You do not understand the financial markets. And I know how much effort it takes me on a daily basis to read, to study, to listen to podcasts, to practice in order to understand the financial markets. Because the financial markets, the money is unlimited in the financial markets. In the labor market, the money is severely limited. You can't earn more. You can't wake up tomorrow if you're doing 9 to 5 or 8 to 5. You can't wake up tomorrow and go to your employer and say, double my salary. They will look at you like something is wrong with you. But in the financial markets, if you know what you are doing, like I'm going to show you right now, because I just discovered a stock, a penny stock on the US markets that's wild. It's doing almost 300%. They are trading this, the New York stock market is open right now. They are trading right now as we talk. So I'm going to show you some live data. In fact, the one you are seeing on the screen, the NVIDIA, is live data. So, but in the financial markets, there's no limitation. The only limitation in the financial market is the limitation that's here. That's what I'm discovering for myself. I wish someone had taught me this 20, 30 years ago. The only limitation you have to making money is the limitation of here, your mindset the knowledge you have, your willingness to be patient, to learn, the education, the level of your education. Because I keep emphasizing that what makes you money in the financial markets is not the market itself. There's a setup every single minute. In the financial market, somebody is making $1 million every single minute, and it is not you. Why? Because you do not understand that setup. I do not understand it myself. You do not understand the market structure. You do not understand when to enter the trade and when to exit. And because of it, it's not. So the responsibility for you and for me is education. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So that's number one reason why I'm offering this free life coaching for 1,000 days. After 1,000 days, it's not going to be there. And of course, I want to eliminate the excuse. A lot of people can't afford me. And then many times when I had advertised my programs for executives, people would come in and it's like, okay, they can afford it right now. I have been giving it out for free. They're on my YouTube video. There are over 500 videos like this one teaching you. But guess what? People never appreciate. They hardly use what they didn't pay for. And many of you, you're listening to this thing, you've been listening to me for a couple, but you're not using it because it costs you nothing. And so that's why come the 18th of next month, when we are having cohort 4 of the Financial Fitness Challenge, we'll be doing a lot more digging deep. And if you haven't enrolled in the Financial Fitness Challenge, take the moment today because in the next 3 days, the early bird will disappear. So you can DM me for the payment details to join. It is just chicken change of $100, or if you're in Nigeria, 100,000 Naira. That's the early bird. But after the 4th of February, it's not going down to 100K. It's going to be $120 or 120K, not negotiable. All right. So because I found that people, including you, people hardly use what they don't pay for. And then many of the things I'm learning that I'm teaching you, I paid heavily for them. I paid heavily for them. And I still pay coaches up to today. I still pay coaches. My biggest investment in my education is in coaching. The money that I pay coaches. Okay. I see that my phone is running out of battery. So let me just fix it in a minute. Okay. So DM me for the details to enroll. So the first reason I'm doing this free of charge is I want to see 1,000 African families come to financial freedom, real financial freedom. Not all this get rich quick thing that we see. People are selling all kinds of investments online and inviting people to all kinds of things. I did all those things. They didn't help me. I did literally all the kinds of network marketing you can think about. I brought some of the network marketing from America to Nigeria. There was one that they called Success University. I brought it to Nigeria. I joined the network marketing organization in the United States, Quick Start, which was Amway. So I joined that in the early 2000s. And then each time I was in New York, I attended the Monday evening meetings, went for the conferences, did all those things. I did Forever, I did Organo Gold, I did 5 Links, I did all those things because it's not today I started searching for financial freedom because I kept looking for what is that opportunity that will take care of me and my family for the rest of my life? It's a good question to ask because you don't have to be a freeloader every single day. I'm getting messages on different social media platforms. People are sending me messages. One sent today, he doesn't have anyone to sponsor him. He's finished learning about technology. He needs to buy a laptop. I'm getting people from Zambia who are asking me to buy them. I'm a student. Please buy me a laptop. And I'm embarrassed on your behalf And they don't even ask if you also have your own financial needs. They just assume, total strangers, they just assume that you have some money hidden somewhere under your bed. And maybe because I'm sharing all these things. So people would rather I give them fish than listen to me and learn and even watch the things I'm doing and do the same thing. So it's embarrassing when you are 30 years old, you're still depending on your parents or depending on friends and depending on people for your transport fare and for food at 30. At 30, slap yourself and tell yourself the truth. It's wrong, 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 wrong. At 35, you're still living with your sister. At 35, you're still living with your parents. And you graduated like 8 years before this time. It's wrong, 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 wrong. Slap yourself and tell yourself the truth. Slap yourself and tell you it's not right. At 30 years, you should be at least able to pay your own bills, even if you can't pay the bills of other people. So that's number one reason. Second reason I'm doing it is to help businesses to grow big, to grow from small to big, because I travel around the world, especially whenever I'm in the United States. Or you don't even have to be in the United States to listen to the podcasts coming out of the United States. And then you see little children, 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds, they are running $5 million businesses. And the way they talk about it, it's like, I mean, it's so natural to them. You hear things like, oh, I made 4 million. You see a lady, a young girl, 28 years. She says, I made $4 million last year. This year, we are projecting to make 9 million. Some of you watching from the US, you know what I'm talking about. And so people have this, but I find, but by the time you come here to Africa, the mention of $1 million is just such an impossible thing in the minds of many people. And then I'm in a position to know because I've recruited for major business schools. And then one of those business schools, part of the requirements for recruiting into their program was you're going to share your financial statements. So I had access to financial statements of businesses in sub-Saharan West Africa. It is appalling because one of the requirements was that you, at some point when we started, that your revenues will have to be $150,000 and above. Do you know that 90-something% of businesses in sub-Saharan Africa do not make $150,000 in revenue a year? And if people make $80,000, we can't, like you say in Nigeria, we can't hear a word again. Businesses. So now, after my work with Stanford University through the Stanford Seed program, I was business advisor to the Stanford Seed program of the Stanford Graduate School of Business for about 6 years. And I got exposure to all the Silicon Valley secrets of scaling businesses, of how to take your business from small to big. It's a science. It's not just about prayer and fasting are okay, because I know that we are very religious in this part of the world, but you finish praying, you've got to put in the work. So there are basic things to do to refine your business processes, to market your and brand your business, to explore opportunities in the value chain. There are all kinds of things you do to scale a business. So that's the second thing, to help businesses to go from small to big. And then I had a third reason for starting this. The family value system has collapsed. It's no longer what it was, when I was growing up. And today, if I enter a room to talk to 100 children, shockingly, 70 out of these 100 children are either from divorced homes, or they're from separated homes, or they're from about to separate homes. I'm even saying 70, like 80 It's a state of emergency, and no one is crying about this. I'm crying about this because it is wrong. We've got failed parenting, we've got failed marriages, and these things are taking a toll and will take a toll on the structure of a society. When I was growing up, our parents got married and they stayed married till death. They will get married, and then 60-something years later, they are still married. One man, one woman, 60-something years. You see grandpa and grandma. In fact, I have one, one of my mentors. I call him Elder Orji. He should be 96 this year. And the wife is a little younger, but they are together. And they've been married for maybe close to 70 years. The joy, the power of committed relationships, of faithfulness, but you have the society that we are building, we are structuring today. People get married on Monday. By Saturday, they are already filing for divorce. Men are not faithful in their marriages. Women are not faithful in their marriages. It's just such a horrible thing. And everything, so I keep telling the society, everything is not about money. If we don't get our acts together and rebuild the values, you can make all the money you want as a society, but you can't sleep. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? So when you follow me, it's a total package. It's not just money, money, money. What would it profit you? You gain the whole world and then you lose your soul. Because some people, a lot of our young people, all they want to make money, 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 money. By all means, it doesn't matter whether they have to kill someone to make the money. They just want to ride luxury cars, want to show off big mansions and things like that. Yeah, so those are the things I want to correct, to help the family system to come back to what it used to be. This year, my wife and I have been married for 30 years. This year, and I can tell you, there's nothing like it. There's no amount of money. No amount of money that you can use. There's no amount of money you can offer me to be unfaithful to my wife, or to disrespect her. No amount of money you can offer me to sacrifice my marriage. And I love her. And love is priceless. Just having someone that, this one sticks to you, rain or shine, which is what my wife has done. And of course, I've got her back as well. I've got her back because I'm committed to helping her to become all that God has made her to be. And then we are blessed with children that we give attention to. There's no amount of money can be compared to family life. So all I've been saying is by way of introduction, why I do this thing I'm doing free of charge, and the 3 reasons to help people become financially free in this part of the world. Second reason, to help small businesses grow big. And then third reason, to restore the family system. So tonight, we are focusing on that first part, which is financial freedom. And then I've recapped by way of introduction that a major opportunity that I would like everyone to consider is the financial market. Why? Because technology has made it so accessible. Technology has lowered the entry barrier. What I'm going to show you tonight, just 15 years ago, 20 years ago, was impossible for you and myself. It's the big guys who played. And I remember how intimidated I used to be, because just a couple of years ago, I was invited in a program. A former secondary school mate, was running this leadership summit thing. And so he had all these influential people. We were all sitting on the high table. I was there. Genevieve, the actress, was there. I didn't even know her at the time. She came and she sat beside me, and we were introducing ourselves. I'm like, because I don't watch all those things. She was like, oh, you don't know who I am. Anyway, so Ali Baba was there. and a couple of other people, Donald Duke and all those people. Then there was this particular man, you know very well. And that, you know, as we're just chatting in the high table before the program began, this guy had mentioned that he had just placed a $500,000 trade. Way back then, $500,000 trade in the currency market. That was intimidating. And I didn't know how he placed it. I didn't know how he, you know, placed, but he's a very wealthy person. He is in the technology space, one of the pioneer technology CEOs in Nigeria, like one of the fathers. So I had no idea. It was beyond reach. But today, with a simple app, like the one I'm going to demo in a moment, anybody, anywhere, and you don't need $500,000. Even with $10 or whatever, you can start playing in the financial market. And then for many of you, you know, who graduated a year, 2, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, you're still looking for a job. Can you imagine if you have used all these 2, 3 years since you graduated to hone your skills in the financial markets? You could literally say bye-bye to having to look for a job because you wouldn't need it if you actually get these skills. Okay, so let's talk about how to buy US stocks using the Bamboo apps, the Bamboo app. For those of you who had joined yesterday, if you missed the one of yesterday, please go to my YouTube channel and watch the replay. Then a couple of you, I see Amna here. Amna, thank you for joining. There are 2 of you who shared your experiences trading the financial markets. And then Amna particularly shared how it changed her life. So Amna, I would like to bring you up. And then there was one more person. I forget who you are, but you can raise your hand and then let me know. So I would like, first of all, before I do the demo, to bring someone, you know, who seems to have started experiencing what we are talking about, you know, the opportunities and the possibilities in the financial markets, you know, to share her experience, you know, with us. And then from there, we'll take it from there. There's one more person who will share, and then we take it from there. Okay, so Amna, could you unmute and please introduce yourself and then share with us the experience you mentioned on my Facebook, in a Facebook comment.
Amna says she's at work.
Amna, can you unmute?
She says she's at work.
She's what?
She's at work.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
guys hear me?
Oh, we can hear you. All right. I didn't
I cannot do a video, but I can maybe do an audio real quick.
okay, just
Okay.
yeah, just go ahead real quick. Mhm.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Mhm. Okay. I think I heard, I wasn't sure. I think I heard that Amna is at work. Where did you see that? Did you see that in the comment section or something? Anywhere. Amna, I didn't hear you, but I thought you said you would talk to us.
It's on the chat.
Oh, okay, on the chat. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay. Anyone else who wants, there was one more person, there was another person, but I forget the name, who wanted to share your own experience using Bamboo or some other experience you've had in the financial markets, investing or trading. Just raise your hand, and then we can hear you before we go on.
Oh, sorry. I think I had an issue. I don't know what it was. It just kicked me out. Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, okay, very good. All right, go ahead, please.
Yes. Thank you again for this opportunity to speak. My name is Amna and I live in the US. I've been here since December of 2003. I am the firstborn And, when we came to the United States, we came as a refugee. So we came to this idea of the American dream. But when you come here, there's no blueprints for us on how to succeed. You just have to figure it out. I fell in the trap of taking student loans, being in debt. Then when you graduate, thinking you're going to get a good job that, you can become rich from, then come to find out that the money you're even making cannot sustain you or even pay your student loan. I work in a mental health field, so there's not much money in this. And now I have a bachelor degree, but I'm $80,000 in debt, right? So when do I begin my life? So every day as I work, I started to feel very tired, exhausted, and I just became very desperate. Like, God, this cannot be it. I'm in debt. I can't live my life. I can't even. I'm the oldest, so it means I have to take care of my parents. My parents are getting old. So I was like, God, there has to be a way out. So I was just in desperate. It's like it has to work or it has to work. So later I decided to open a business, all that, but I shut them down. I tried many things, changing careers, everything. Nothing worked. So finally I came across, as I was searching like how to make money, I took 6 months off social media. And I just went into prayer like, God, I know, they say if you want to be wealthy, show God you can handle more, right? So I went on a fast and said, God, I want to show you that I can handle more money, right? To give me more money. So I said, okay, how do I do that? So for me to know how to handle more money, I have to learn how to handle more money. So I went into educating myself about what wealth is. I went on YouTube, but YouTube doesn't even help you. They just want to talk about anything, and they don't really show you, they just want you to watch to get them more views. So then I said, okay, let me learn from the people who actually made it. Because why listen to somebody on YouTube giving you step 1, 2, 3, but they are relying on you watching their video to get money? Let me watch from the people that actually made money. So when I started learning about that, it's one about ownership. You cannot be wealthy from 5 to 9. I mean, 9 to 5. You have to have ownership. And I was like, oh, dang it. And I closed my business. So what do I do? They said, okay, the other option is either you get equity in a business or you buy shares. I was like, oh, interesting. Okay. So then I decided to buy the course. My husband thought I was crazy because I took all my money in my bank account and I bought the course. And ever since, like, I learned how to trade in 2 months.
Oh my God.
And I started trading already. As today is a good day because I made money today. So I went and learned. I came across this guy named Wall Street Trapper. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of entrepreneurs, just to hear them to give motivation. So he gave his testimony, and I watched his video on YouTube. And he's very honest. He gave testimony. He was in jail, and then somebody taught him how to do trading. So every Tuesday he would go online and show us his account. I was like, yeah, that guy sounds very legit. So I bought a lot of his courses. His name is Wall Street Trapper. And I got in, found that there's like-minded people. And I was like, man. So in 3 days, I made like $600. I was like, what? How can I make like 1 week of my work in just 3 days? That's not possible. So I was like, okay. So yeah. So ever since I've been making money. And then I realized that, yeah, I can make money certain percentage if I like if I bought a option, I do option swing and leaps, right? And I'm learning about cryptos too. So I realized if you put in like $1,000, 5% of $1,000 is less than if you put $5,000 and it's 5%. So now I'm learning to double that. I'm so excited. It's crazy. So now I'm teaching everybody in my family. I'm teaching everybody I come across, like, guys, there's free money for everyone. So yeah, my sister is 16. I'm teaching her, like, if you learn it very good, I'm gonna fund your first account. I'm teaching everybody's, my friends, in every family there's somebody who's very smart. So I look for those people and then I'm like, you know what, you don't even have to buy the course. Here's my account. Pastor, just learn it, please. There's so much free money. I can't believe it.
Yeah,
So it's changing my life. I know for sure now.
absolutely.
I have the vision, and I'm aiming for bigger account because I want to retire my family. And I learned that it's good that I'm learning this, but it's also good to teach others, because those people that rely on you, if you make it up, they'll pull you down. So it's better we all grow up together and
Exactly.
make more money. So yeah, I really encourage everyone to learn to do option trading. I mean, imagine if I do this and I make it to the point I can live anywhere around the world, like you said, and trade on my phone, right? So definitely. And I've been to Africa many times, and yeah, you guys are smart, better than us in US. Trust me. Please use your ability. Funding, I know it's hard. It took me a couple time to save, but once you get it, because you can do one trading and then profit, then use the same money. Don't get it out. Do another trading, and that's how you do it.
Absolutely.
Runs and repeat till it grows. So that's all I have to say. Thank you, guys. I'm at work even now.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. I'm not
Yeah.
really generous of you just sharing with us. And I think your story is just so inspiring. And your story also tells every one of us exactly the same thing I've been saying. You've got to, first of all, invest in your mind. You've got to, first of all, learn. And she paid for her education. She invested in her mind, because the money is not in the market. The money is in your mind. So the money is in the market, but the one you are going to make is in your mind. So you've got to, most important investment is in your mind. So she learned it. She emptied her bank account and learned. And then from there, what the investment she made in her brain is paying her back. And then this is also amazing. Another secret is she's teaching other people. She's lifting other people. And then in the process of lifting other people in different families, in her own family, she's also growing better. So many of you do not even know that I have tremendous rewards for what I'm doing for you, because the more I'm actually doing this, the more I'm growing, the more I'm learning myself. Since I started this thing 180 days ago, my life has not been the same in terms of just, opportunity awareness. And then sometimes even physically, many of you meet me at the airport, literally everywhere. Once I drive out, somebody comes and says, "Oh, I follow you. Thank you for what you're doing." And that is a lot. So thank you so very much, Amna. Thank you. Okay, so let's go on and see and show you, because we're talking about how technology and and the financial markets have democratized financial freedom. And Amna has just given us a very, very powerful testimony that illustrates that that's actually possible. So let's do this. Let me share my iPhone. So let's get this one. All right, so let me share my iPhone, and then we'll go ahead and see, for those of you who have set up their Bamboo account. So we'll go ahead and buy. Okay. All right. So what I did, like I explained to you yesterday, I have not started trading US stocks. And I gave you reasons why. The most important being that I have not even finished exhausting the opportunities in the Nigerian stock market. The second reason is the US market is very, very dynamic, highly dynamic. And to profit in it, you've got to invest a lot in education daily. For instance, NASDAQ has over 3,000 companies listed. whereas the Nigerian stock exchange has only 150, like 151 or something like that. So it's so easy to analyze, to know these companies. So I want to emphasize that to make money, because when you go to look at US stocks now, then you have like 3,000, more than 3,000 stocks of companies you know nothing about, of an economy you don't know anything about, of an economy that you don't know the news. You don't have access to the news of the things going on in these companies. The learning curve is steep, is very, very steep. So I usually will encourage, start with your own local exchange, learn the ropes. Like for me, with the principles I've learned in one stock market, the local stock market, I can apply it very, very easily in the US stock market. But I'm doing this because many of you have been asking repeatedly for months since I started this. I've been asking, how do we buy US stocks? So this is a demo. Yesterday, I showed you how to open your Bamboo account. If you missed that, you can watch the replay. Today, I am showing you how to fund it and how to buy your first stock. So what I did before this time, before the session, was to fund the account. So I funded the account with equivalent of $10. Okay, so usually when you want to fund your account, this is where you go. You see the little plus, okay? That plus where you have your total wealth, there is the plus to the end to it. And then it brings out which wallet would you like to deposit money to. So you can see, you can deposit US dollars directly, or you can deposit Naira, and it will automatically give you the rate to change to dollars. So I have already done that, so I don't need to do that. I'm just showing you. So this is how you can deposit. So you can see that minimum deposit is $1 because the exchange rate is that minimum deposit is 1,606 Naira, 44 kobo, because that is the exchange rate. So here you can decide, all right, I want to deposit 100,000 Naira. Okay. And then of course it automatically tells you what it is in dollars. So that's going to be $62. What a shame. What a shame. $100,000. 100,000 Naira is only $62. Shame on the people who have been managing our economy. Okay. Now, then you click deposit. Okay, you click the deposit, and there are different payment options. There are different payment options. So I've already done this. I'm just telling you, showing you the steps. Because whether you are buying local stocks or you're buying foreign stocks, the processes are always the same. First of all, you decide on the platform. Then secondly, you set up your brokerage account. Thirdly, you fund it. And then you start selecting the stocks to buy. But you can't buy until you have funded your account, and you can't fund your account until you have set up your account. So I can say direct bank transfer. So if I click that, it gives me an account number. So I can copy this account and then make the deposit. Or I can decide that I will use my debit card directly, okay? So if I go there, it can show me, so what it's using is actually the Flutterwave payment engine, all right? So you can now use your card to pay here. Now, when you fund it, you will get an email like this confirming that your account has been funded. Okay, so first of all, you're going to get, so what I had funded was 17,000 Naira. Now, that 238 there was a charge. Okay, so you will get this that confirms your payment. You'll get an email. And so that's how to fund it, right? Because you've got to fund it before you can start trading. So now, the other things you can do here, you can save money, I discovered, because remember I told you that this year, you should make it the year of aggressive saving and investing. Because if you cannot save, somebody said, if you can't save money, the seed of greatness is not in you. And you can hear Amna's story. She couldn't have started having this amazing experience she's having in her finances if she didn't, first of all, save the money to buy the course and then to now start applying the course, and she's getting results from the course. So you can actually save here, but saving money does not necessarily mean putting your money, leaving your money in the bank as cash. Because if you leave cash in the bank, that is a waste of financial energy. Now, so when you have funded your account, if you come down to the menu here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but you can see home. Next to it is this button where you see invest. So here you can invest in US stocks, or you can invest in Nigeria stocks. The reason I do not use Bamboo to invest in local stocks is because of the charges. Because I'm going to be paying double. When I buy stocks, I'll pay to Bamboo, and then I will also pay the commissions to CSCS, commissions to the stockbroker that's licensing Bamboo, and also it's like paying twice. But I can use it to buy US stock companies. So if you want to buy local companies in Nigeria, you're better off doing that. But now, I need to make you aware of something before we continue here. So I need to make you aware of something, because one of the important considerations is the charges, the commissions. Is commissions, whether you're using a broker for your currency, or you're using a broker to trade stocks, you've got to be aware of the commission. Like what I did 2 test trades. I bought a stock for $2. And then when Bamboo reported it, it was actually $1. I saw $1 in the in the stock report, but I said it was $2. So I bought another one, $2. I'm just testing, just demoing, and then it also did $1. So I now came and said, and to find out what is the commission. So it was then I discovered that there's a 1.5% commission when you buy or you sell US stock on Bamboo. So you've got to be aware of that. Because if you buy stocks for $3, $1 is going for commission. And then if you say, oh, this stock is not doing well, and then you sell it again, and then you're expecting to get the $2 as left, you're going to get $1. I hope this is making sense. Always be aware of commissions because they mean a lot. So, and they're fintech, they have to make money. So you can understand why they have to charge that commission. But for me, I didn't know. But just be aware that what you buy, you might see a different figure from what you spent buying. So let's go back to Bamboo. Let's go back to Bamboo. And then the second mountain to move when you have funded your account, which is the question that everybody naturally would ask, okay? Now that you have, what happened to my bamboo? Okay, so now that you have funded, the next question is, what stocks do I buy? That's the real question. What stock do I buy? Because that's really the money-making engine. Buying the stocks. If you want to trade, then you are trading daily. Or if you want to invest, you are buying stocks to hold. So your investment objective will determine what stocks to buy and then your investment strategy. For instance, if you want to buy stocks to hold for 5 to 10 years, you probably will go for stocks like Apple or Amazon. You just buy it and then forget it for the next 5 years, the next 10 years. But if you want to trade, you make 5% a day, 2% a day, 10% a day or something, then you've got to look for, you've got to understand particularly technical analysis to understand price action. Okay. Dr. Ellie, I will take your question later. So let's finish with this. So what I'm going to do right now is to show you the process to buy stocks. And then after that, I will now go to show you some tools you can use to determine what stocks do I start buying. But I can tell you, just like you've listened to Anma's story, the opportunities are incredible. But don't go into it if you don't know what you're doing. You will lose your money. Don't go into it if you do not have the understanding. For those of you who are already enrolled in the Financial Fitness Challenge, including Dr. Ellie, we are going to go through certain metrics you use to determine what stocks to buy. And then we will define all those, you hear something like price to book, you hear earning per share, EPS, you hear all those things, the financial statements. How do you use that to determine the value? You hear return on equity and all those things. What do they mean in a layman's term? And how can you use that to choose stocks that you're going to invest in? So we'll go into detail during the Financial Fitness Challenge for that one. But for now, you want to buy US stocks. So you click on the US stocks and then it gives you a listing of all the US stocks, and the ones that are not listed here, you can also search them. Okay, we can also search here to see, let's see what company can we search. Let's just start typing something and see what it brings out. Let's see what it brings out for us. Okay, just looking for something that starts with G. Let's see, okay, McDonald's. Let's see if there's McDonald's here, but we don't know the ticker. Actually, if we find, you have to first of all actually look for the ticker. The ticker means the symbols, and then you can search them. Anyway, so these are the US stocks. Now, if I want to buy, I can see that Apple has, Apple prices has gone down today by 1.38%. Amazon has increased by 1.36%, and then you see all these other ones. So assuming, for instance, I want to buy Tesla. Okay, assuming I want to buy Tesla. So you can see the ticker for Tesla down here. So I'll click on Tesla. So you can see that the market is open, and then you can see the today's market. Really, really volatile. And then the good thing about the bamboo here is I can also see the financials. So I can see the volume. So you can see that Tesla opened today at $401.53. And the volume that has already been traded, which is a very good indicator, 65.61 million have already been traded today. The high of today has been 419, which is a very funny number in Nigeria, $419.93. And then the lowest today has been 397.62. And then the week high, 52-week high, that is the highest Tesla has ever reached in the past 52 weeks, is $488.53. And then the lowest is 138.80. And what this means is that if you had entered the market when Tesla was 138, by today, you would have almost quadrupled your asset, okay? And then here, it also gives you news related to Tesla. Okay, so it gives you news related to Tesla, because basically, if you're trading, you have to be aware of what's going on in America, especially with regard to the company that you want to. Okay, so if I want to buy, what I just do is I say buy. Okay, Bamboo gives me a choice. Do I want to buy every month? Okay, or do I just want to buy now at the current price? Or do I want to buy at a limit order? And then what is the stop order? Now, this limit order is so important because this is where you'd say, this is the maximum price you want to buy. So when you set it, when it hits that price, it will trigger. But for a demonstration, let's just buy now. Okay. So it's asking me the number of shares I want to buy of Tesla, or how much of it I want to buy. So let's say $5. Okay, I want to buy $5 worth of Tesla. What it basically does is it just gives you a fraction, because remember the share price, we saw something like 400 and something dollars. So if you want to buy one share, you've got to pay $460, but my account doesn't have $406? It doesn't have that $406 right now, but I can still buy. I can still buy a fraction of that. So, and then it asks me to review my order. Then there's something it says here that I have insufficient buying power. Okay. Where would you like to take the balance from? Which is the 8,000 Naira. So I say, okay, I want to take it from my Nigerian wallet because I still have there. And then I say, place order. That's it. I've bought Tesla. That's it. So my excitement about this app is just the accessibility it just gives you on your mobile phone from anywhere in the world to trade US market. So you can see how easy it is to trade US market. So now, so never mind this. So it says your purchase is successful. So do you see how easy it is? You know, people are saying, how do I buy? It's a common question online. How do I buy US stocks? How do I buy US stocks? So I've just showed you how you buy US stocks, okay? And then you can always go back to this video on YouTube and review, and then replay that, and then just follow it step by step. Now, what I want to do, I would actually encourage all of you to subscribe to my YouTube channel for many reasons. One, all those replays are there, and they are easier to find than on Facebook. In fact, on Facebook, I don't think you can see the replays on the gallery except you're using laptop, you know, for some strange reason. Secondly, sometimes for some reason, this social media accounts can get banned, it can get lost, or something can just happen to it, and then you will not be able to have these things again. But on YouTube, you will. So what I'm going to do right now in the chat, I'm going to give you the YouTube subscription link, and then I will encourage every one of you to please subscribe and have access to this. And do let me know when you watch. Do let me know when you watch, comment on it, ask your questions there. So questions you're not able to ask here, you can ask them on YouTube, and then I'll take some time to answer you. So all you need to do is in the group chat now. And for those of you on watching on Facebook, is there right now. So you can join and have access to the replay. So you just need to click there and then subscribe, and then hit the notification bell so that whenever we have a new publication, you can see that. All right. So now this is how you buy. Now I can't see my screen again. Just a second. I can see the screen. All right, so I've got to stop share and then share back again. So to show you after you have bought, what happens, and then I can take a few questions. Okay, so is this something of value to anybody? Is this helping you? Are you inspired? Okay, I hope you are.
Yeah.
I hope you are, because there are no more excuses. There are no more excuses. All right, so it tells you that your purchase is successful. Now you can view order details, and then it tells you this was your order. Okay, the market price at which I bought was 407.35 cents. And then it tells me the quantity I bought. And then the commission is $1. So for that $5 I spent, it's only $1 that they spent buying the share from you. $1 went for their commission. Okay, so now what I can do is I can see. So they send me an update on my email that my order has been filled. Okay, so hi Ogbo, your market order to buy this number of shares of Tesla was executed at an average price of that, making a total price, of course, $4, because they had taken $1 for commission. Your trade confirmation will be available in your account on Bamboo in 1 trading day. All right. So now I am legally an owner in Tesla. So I have become an owner in Tesla.
Awesome.
That is what it is. Remember when Amna was sharing, she told us something about ownership. You make money by ownership, not by 9 to 5. So, and if you must work 9 to 5, and you must work 9 to 5 somewhere for 10 years or 15 years, please make sure that you have ownership. So voila, everybody, that is how to buy US stocks. It's as easy as ABC using the Bamboo. So I really hope this has been very helpful for you. So let's take a couple of questions. Dr. Eli, your hand has been up. So let's hear you. And then I take
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Yeah, from Liberia. Thank you very much, Coach. So inspiring. I can't really wait to start and listen to you every evening. It has been like a church time, a service time to hear from you.
My pleasure.
However, I have two preoccupations. The first one is about the form to fill.
Okay.
Is 11 pages. Are we scanning the whole 11 pages and send back to the email, or is only the place where it's filled?
I think you can send everything. Now, one of the things I find helpful is actually editing as PDF.
Okay.
Can you edit PDF? Those
Yeah.
forms were in PDF, right?
Yeah, sure.
Do you use Mac, for instance?
No, I have a normal
Okay.
computer.
So I do not know how it happens, but I'm saying that you can feel it directly. Let me see if I can show you some example. You can feel it, fill the form directly.
Mhm.
So in that case, you don't need to scan. But
Okay.
if you need to scan, then you have to scan everything and send. So let me
Okay.
just show you, because some other people might also need this. So one of the digital skills that everybody might find useful is to learn to edit
PDF.
PDF. Yeah, so it will save you quite a lot in scanning. So if you
Okay.
guys hang on, just give me a minute. Let me pull up the form and then I can show you exactly how to do that. Then of course you send it to their email address. Okay. So let me share this and then show us how to edit PDF if you're using Mac. I believe it might be the same thing for the other operating system, but I just don't know about it over there. Can you see the form, Ellie?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So on Mac, I just click on this show markup toolbar. And so here is asking name of investor. So all I do is just fill it directly here.
Mhm.
So I click text. I can choose, yeah, I can choose any particular, I can choose color, I can choose all that. So here I type, so you see that after
So
this,
easy.
yeah, so if you see after this, there is no, and then I can always copy and paste the text, my maiden name, as it is. Okay, I don't have a maiden name. That's a date of birth and all that. So I can move all that. So when I finish, I just save it and then send. So
Oh,
what I'd like you to do, yes, just research a little bit on your system, how to edit
I will try.
PDF documents. Yes, otherwise, yes, then it means you scan the whole thing and send to them the way it is, okay, with your signature.
Okay.
Then the other thing is, where you need to sign your signature. If
Yeah.
you are also in the PDF also allows you to put in your digital signature. So I have my signature here already.
Wow.
So I just do that and then sign it. So I don't need to scan. And of course, if I want, I can change the color of my signature to make it look more like a biro, um, like a blue biro. I use a blue biro or something. I use red to sign. Yeah, so it's really a pretty cool trick. Yes, to be able to edit PDF.
Yeah, I will try to.
Please do it very quickly. I need you to open all these accounts as quickly as possible because we're going, we're going to be we're going to be diving into practicals in the financial fitness challenge. For those of you who haven't joined the financial fitness challenge, please do so. Do so as quickly as possible. In fact, what I will do in the comment section right now, let me just tell you how to join. So you can copy that. I'm really looking forward to some of these small group meetings where I seek to understand what your financial objectives are, and then I'm able to share exactly how you can reach your financial objectives. Please invest in your brain, invest in knowledge. But when people come together, and I have just a group of these 30, 40 people in the room, I'm better able to serve you in a practical way. And then one of the things that we're going to do in the coming financial fitness challenge is to set up your everyday money, and then again to get you to start participating in the financial markets. There are different financial markets, Anma told us about options, there's futures, there is stocks, there's currency, there's ETFs, there's all kinds of things, you know. And then if you're not playing in this in the financial market, you're actually limiting yourself very, very strongly. All right. Okay.
Yeah. So the last week one, that my bamboo, I couldn't upload the bamboo. I couldn't open my account with bamboo. Bamboo is not accepted in my country right now because they say I'm the only one who requested for it in Liberia. So I don't know what I will do. And see, it's a very easy app to use for beginners.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
Okay, I will research other apps. There are some other apps you can use. So I'll research that. And since you've enrolled in the Financial Fitness Challenge, we can take that in that group, okay? When we start.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, I can take one more question and then we go for our weekend. All right, but we do have a tradition, all right, for those of you on Facebook and also those of you here on Zoom. I would like you to type what your aha moment is today. This really is a very important ritual for us. And it's really important that everybody types what their aha moment is, because that also helps me to know the sort of value to continue to bring to you. So all of you on Facebook and then all of you here in Zoom, type what your aha moment has been this evening. What is that one thing that brought the light bulbs on, you know, for you? Okay, so I'm going to read a couple of them like I normally do, and then we can round off. What were your aha moments this evening? And for those of you on Zoom, if you prefer to talk, you can just raise your hand and then we have it, you know. But those of you on Facebook, yeah, you can only write it quickly. Let's do that. Let's take 1 minute. Everybody, take 1 minute. This is everybody. What was your aha moment today? Okay, Ellie says, all fear of losing money is going gradually. Fantastic. Fantastic. Collins is asking, don't you have a WhatsApp group that we can join? No. I do have Telegram group, but it's only a paid group. It's only a paid group. It's a bit challenging managing these groups. Ellie, I particularly like what you've written about the fear of losing money, because when you become, and I'm going to talk to it, you know, during the Financial Fitness Challenge, because one of it, the mindset of an investor is a mindset that appreciates that every investment comes with a risk. Okay, so we're talking about financial markets, and then Amna also has shared incredible stories, you know, really amazing journey. But she will also tell you that there are risks and that sometimes you place 10 trades and you lose in 6 or lose 7 trades and then only 3 works. That has also been my experience. But the 3 that work are just incredible. I bought a couple of stocks last year. I really invested heavily in a couple of diversified. And what I've discovered, you know, the Pareto principle is that most times 20% of your stock portfolio contributes 80% of your profits. It's strange. So if you buy 10 stocks, it might just be 2 so if you buy 10 stocks and then you make 100 million Naira, 80% of that 100 million Naira was contributed by 2 of those stocks. And then the other, it just happens that way. So I'm just saying that investing, the mindset of the investor understands that there are risks, and manages risks. But the mindset of the investor is the one too that is willing to and trained to live with losses. There are some people, when they invest, they can't sleep. They keep on waking up every time to check what if it's that you need to grow. You need to grow beyond that. Losses are good. I've lost $100,000 before, and then I lost it to my ignorance because I started entering the financial world, got into this so-called hedge fund called Nospetco, pumped all our money into it as I was leaving Shell. And that was 2007. As I'm talking to you now, that money is gone. But I didn't stop. But there are people who will lose that kind of money and then they will unalive themselves. I counseled a young man who wanted to unalive himself. He's owing, he can't pay. Ask him how much it is. Said 500,000 Naira. That kind of person cannot invest. So prepared for resilience, okay? Okay, so a few more aha moments. Kayode says, don't go into trading if you do not have the understanding. Otherwise, you lose your money. Very serious. Okay, very, very true. Okay. UK says, viewing from United States of Akwa Ibom. I came late. Can I view a recorded vision of it? Yes. Yes, it's going to be on YouTube. In another 1 hour, you'll find it there. It will be uploaded on YouTube. All right. Okay. Someone says my his or her aha moment is that the fact that I'm now an owner at Tesla. Yes. Okay. Henry says my aha moment was knowing that I could buy stock with as little as $5. Fantastic. Okay. Collins, aha moment. You don't get rich by doing 9-to-5 job. True. But that's not to say that 9-to-5 job is not useful. Like I said, 9-to-5 job is a powerful starter because it can provide you the seed capital to use to enter the financial market. So don't look down on your 9-to-5 job, but see it as a gift that God has given you to start putting aside something that can help you. Infinix says, I bought MTN share from Bamboo app last year and my money grew rapidly. Fantastic. Okay. Victoria says, my aha moment was creating a stock account. Fantastic. Okay. Kayode says, Amna's inspiring story. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, even if you don't want to watch the replay on YouTube for anything else, please watch it for Amna. Watch it for Amna's story. It's fantastic. I mean, it was also my aha moment. Fantastic story, fantastic journey of determination, of vision, of someone saying, no, things can be better than this. Someone not, because a lot of people could have just succumbed to learned helplessness, but she said the job she was doing was not helping matters. And then she's first a child in the family, she's got to support others. So you can see how when, the scripture says, anyone who seeks, those who ask will find, will receive, those who seek will find. You can see that Anna, the investor, has a seeker's mindset, a seeker's heart. You've got to have a burning desire, the kind of burning desire that she had in order to have the kind of drive and success that she had. So thanks, Kayode. Kingsley says, getting to know about Bamboo. Okay, it was aha moment. Ngozi said, buying US stock. Okay, very good. And Azoka said, it's clear that one needs to invest in his or herself before investing or in trading. All right, so let me read a few more on Facebook, just two. Helen says, knowing with little dollars I can buy foreign stocks. Good. And then Zuka said, investing is the way to grow money, not the 9-to-5. Fantastic. All right. So all of you have a very, very wonderful weekend. It's been my pleasure. It's always my pleasure being able to share this and then being able to share myself, authentically and then openly to inspire you to, to your greatness. So we are going to be meeting at exactly the same time, Monday. All right. This weekend is only for the people in the Financial Fitness Challenge. We're going to have our onboarding meeting on Sunday, 7 p.m. on Sunday. So watch out for the details in the Telegram group. So thank you all for coming, and you all have a wonderful weekend. Whatever happens, keep showing up because you have no idea what's coming your way next. And I'll talk to you on Monday. Good night.